Okay, now remember, hey, 16, good morning, how are you? Now remember, I was part of the original Brady Bunch, right? And uh, William, he had four sons: Dennis, Clifford, John T, and Sonny. Um, and then my mother had the four boys by now, and that would be me, David, Kelly, and the youngest, Chris. Um, so, anyway, um, one of our favorite things to do in the whole world was in the summer. Oh, God, in the summer, on Saturday nights, my mother and William, they would go to the VFW and go out dancing and drinking, and um, and we would be at home. And the most fun we had was I was making Kool-Aid, you know what I mean, and staying up late and watching Chiller Theater, and which was a double feature of horror movies. And it would be me and Dave and Kelly and John T and Freddie Hess and Fat Freddie and Fat Freddie and who else, and Jerry Klein and Toad, and just there'd be 15 of us there, and then we'd stay up all night, and then we'd sleep out on the porch. We'd make tents and makeshift sleeping bags and sleep outside. And it was always a great time, great part of what we did. As fucked up as our family was, in so many ways we were the most normal family in America. Where everything felt sweet and right. And so I don't look back on my childhood badly at all in any way. There were bad things that happened, but overall it was a great time. Now, so what we did was, so one night we're staying up really late, and I noticed the milk truck goes by, and he leaves perfectly good milk on some people's porch and walks away from it. Now remember, this is central Pennsylvania. This is the late 60s, and people had milk delivered to their home, and they had cottage cheese and whole milk and chocolate milk and orange juice and plastic, Daly's orange juice and plastic bottles delivered right to their home. And wow, that's great. The only time we got whole milk was in school. That's the only time. That's the best thing about school lunches. We got whole milk. And so anyway, we were raised on government surplus food and on food stamps. Twice a month, my mother would have to go stand in line and get a big block of cheese and a big bag, 5-pound bag of sugar, and a couple bags of puffed wheat or puffed rice cereal, and butter, lots of butter, and I guess surplus. And the true word, a sense of the word surplus, these were things that were overproduced by America's heartland, and the government ended up buying that at cut rate prices and giving them to poor families like ours. It was kind of embarrassing. It was more than embarrassing. Doing that must have been difficult for my mother, and also using food stamps. It wasn't an EB credit card thing. It was an actual book of stamps that said, "These niggas is poor," right on it. And I think maybe, I don't know, Harriet Tubman was on it. I don't know. So or George Washington Carver or somebody. Anyway, so so anyway, me and John T started stealing milk, and me and John T started stealing milk, and then at one point I realized at one point I saw that some people left notes inside their milk box for the milkman, and to change their order or to add to the order. Well, I can fucking read and write. John T can't, but I can. So I start changing the orders. Putting in my own orders. 4 gallons of chocolate milk, 2 gallons of orange juice. Thank you very much. Have a good day, Carl. So anyway, now let me talk about John T for a minute. He had glasses that were this thick, like this thick. You know what I mean? So, and he wasn't stupid and he wasn't retarded, but they put him in special ed. He was in special ed until 6th or 7th grade until they realized, oh, I'm sorry, he's not retarded. He's fucking blind. You know what I mean? So when they did get him glasses, they were this thick. So when the rest of America was watching Neil Armstrong walk on the moon, John T saw it live. Okay? We were on the backyard. Like, what's he doing, John? He's like, he's opening the door. You can't see that? I'm like, no, fuck no, I can't see that. He's like, shut up, I'm watching this. So anyway, we started stealing milk, and then we started stealing more than we needed, and we could drink that morning. So I started putting it in the refrigerator. And it started to be 1 gallon at a time or 2 gallons at a time. Pretty soon, like all criminals, you got greedy and careless and stupid. And one morning I was in bed, and Kelly yelled and said, "Hey, you better get up. You better wake up. Mom wants you. You better go down there. You're in trouble. Mom wants you." I'm like, oh man, what do I do now? So I get downstairs, and my mother's standing in front of our brand new Amana refrigerator, just like the game show, Price is Right. You know the lady, a brand new Amana refrigerator filled with milk. I mean, filled with milk and orange juice. And my mother says, "Where's this coming from?" And I was like, "Milk Fairy?" She said, "What'd you say?" And I said, "Milk Fairy." Bang! She hit me right here, like, oh. And she had like this cup kind of thing that both stunned and deafened her opponent. So for the next 15 seconds, all I heard was, and then when he gets home, he's going to kill you. So apparently she had told me that when William finds out that I'm going to get my ass beat for stealing food. And I was like, come on, Mom, don't tell on me. I'm like, Mom, look, maybe if we had some milk in the house, the tooth fairy wouldn't be here every day. You know, how about we get some milk in the house, Mom? I got free milk, let me get it. I'm like, what do you want, Mom? My mom's like, no, I don't want anything like that. That's stolen property. So I grabbed my mom, right, I put her in a headlock. She's a little Irish girl. I put her in a headlock, now I'm a big kid, right? I put her in a headlock. I'm like, what do you want, Mom? Squeeze her. What do you want? She's like, buttermilk. I'm like, what? She's like, buttermilk. I'm like, what? She's like, buttermilk. You get off me. I'm like, what? What's buttermilk, Mom? She's like, buttermilk. I like buttermilk. I was like, okay, I got you. Well, it only comes in quarts. So anyway, so I got her 4 quarts of that the next day. Maybe not the best example of being an adult. But anyway, so now I'm kind of got this Robin Hood thing going on, right? You give it some of the neighbors, whatever. So now it's the end of summer. Me and John T are going out to East End. That's the Italian neighborhood, right? And I know where I've left my notes and what boxes and stuff. So we're hustling up to this porch, and me and John T are kind of elbowing to get to it first, right? And make just a little too much noise, and then every light in the neighborhood comes on. I mean, every light in the neighborhood comes on. And I'll never forget this little Italian guy with the beater on. He comes out and he yells, "Get that nigger!" And I was like, yeah, get that nigger! Because they were serious. So me and John just bolt immediately different directions. Now, the golden rule is never run straight home. Never. Okay? You get followed home, you get in all kinds of trouble. Just, do things right. And of course, in my mind, I realize this is a full FBI sting operation, and that there are probably SWAT teams stationed on rooftops throughout Clearfield County with orders to shoot me and the colored boy dead on sight. So, I go through the graveyard, I'm crawling over rooftops, I'm going through culverts, going through gutters. Oh man, I really take my time getting home. I open the door and the house is full of people I've never seen before in my life. They're all William's friends he grew up with in East End. That's who we've been robbing. I open the door and John T yells, "He made me do it. You know I can't read." I was like, So I got beat every day for about a month, okay? So And I'm sorry if I stole your milk. Kind of, you know, I shouldn't have done that. But I thought I was doing the right thing. No, I knew I was doing the wrong thing. Don't steal. Okay. So I'm going to try to do something nice for somebody today because I stole people's milk 2 years ago. All right. Sorry. Peace. Be 60.